Hello, everyone. It's that time again. Seems like it's always that time again. I sometimes feel like I go through Mercury retrogrades, even when it isn't a retrograde. But anyway, all right. So this is a reading for the Mercury retrograde in Gemini from May 29th through June 22nd. It is retrograde. Of course, there's a shadow periods 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. Everyone responds to it differently. This is going to be a very, very general reading. And also, I will do a little collectives, which everyone should hear. And I will place the elements each in the description box below. And you can put the signs in if you want, because I will do it for each individual signs. Of course, we will start with air. And of course, that will be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we will do water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Then we will do fire, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It is in its own sign. So this is, I want to say, an important Mercury retrograde. So the collective, what I'm seeing here, Mercury goes retrograde at least about 4 times a year, 3 times a year. And the rulers of Mercury, anyway, are Gemini and Virgo, and in different types of form. And this one is in its own sign of Gemini. Mercury always rules communications, our thought process, many more things there too, creativity, and so forth. The thing is, so we always have those kind of issues, right? Now that it's in Gemini, it's in its own sign, and there's a benefit to it and there's a negative to it. What I'm feeling and what I'm seeing here is the collective whole here is there is this energy of, I want to say, a little bit of karma. It's like we are pushing through and we want things, but somehow the universe is redirecting us. And that's why I think this year is kind of a tug of war anyway, as it is. So, there, of course, communications are going to be very, very important. Creativity is going to be very important every day. Travel, plans, ideas. I mean, we may get some wonderful ideas, but at the same time, they may be even different. And then we have this impatience, or where we keep changing our mind, where we haven't followed through. And I think that is going to be a big theme. This also can bring back open lines of communications where we haven't speaking to someone, or it will end maybe an important communication as well. Writing blocks. I mean, we're seeing a lot of that energy. So what I do see, basically, and this is an intuitive reading, is this is a time to manifest and follow our dreams. But with Mercury retrograde, everything is review. It's like, people say, if I get a job, it's going to go bad. It doesn't necessarily mean so. It could be that maybe for years you've been thinking of something like that and it's finally come. So there's a sense of sometimes Mercury retrograde brings something that we've been thinking of for a while, but then other times it doesn't. So it is a time to follow our dreams and manifest, but this is a time to make some commitments for follow through. So whatever we want to decide, in that we should regroup, rethink, recalibrate, and then put it into process and continue with it. So making these goals and commitments going to be important, and following our intuition. Okay, what is our mind telling us? What is our heart telling us? Also, there is an energy of time to move on. I see a lot of closures, and I think it's collective. And also, it's a time to for forgiveness. There's a turn of events. I feel it's like expect the unexpected. This is like your fortune turns around, or situations may turn around too. So we do see some kind of serendipity, but then there's like blessings in disguise. And this is a time of people seeking your forgiveness, you forgiving yourself, whatever it is. I do see that kind of energy. But this is also where we feel inferior, restricted, and we also need to work on self-love. Okay, that is very important. And I feel that the outcome of this Mercury retrograde is also, It's a little bit overwhelming, and I do feel that we also need to connect more with natural things, cleaning out superficiality. We are about to wrap up something, maybe something not yet, maybe it'll be the next Mercury retrograde, where we're going to look back and say, oh, how much we accomplished, what we didn't. There's a cautionary energy here too with your surroundings and nature. I want to be like, if you're hiking or something, I want to say like, or camping, there is some warning there, being cautious. I don't know why I'm picking that up. I'm looking at what I'm seeing here. And I'm also seeing that follow through and messages, be careful to not miss important dates. So check your messages. A lot of communication could be coming through. A lot of travel plans, a lot of that is coming through. And moderation is going to be important. So what we have to do is, this where we need balance, and moderation is going to be important. There is a strong strength to us. We may be amazed how strong we have been and how strong we are. Okay, so there is that energy. There's a lot of change, and look at it as an adventure. It's an adventure in life is what I'm feeling here. So that is basically the collective, a brief message. And yeah, so now we're going to start with the element of air. Okay. So that would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So what are we seeing here? Collectively for the element of air, a lot of adjustments. A few things that we just said here. New cycles with money, ideas, money-making ideas, what we really do care about. Sometimes we don't even know what really our dreams and passions are, on hidden talents. The self, there is a lot of things coming in with the self. Adjustments, we are seeing here also a little bit of frustrations, love, and that's romantic love as well, and communications, and some stones are in reverse. What we see here is a lot of personal growth in a few areas. Okay, so there is like milestones, personal growth, and adjustments. Okay, this can be a very fast moving time for air signs too. Things moving really quickly. This is like sparks of brilliant ideas. This could be sudden quick news. Very busy time as well. There's a lot of movement. I do see following your dreams, passionate energies, movement within your foundations, adjustments. Okay, so there's a lot of activity, and a lot of you taking your power back. Okay, so it's like there is this energy of taking the power back. Self milestones here, leaving, I want to say, leaving, I can't get the word out. I don't know, learning, leaving things behind, initiating things. There's different types of people or energies coming through here. Love is showing up. And it could be by chance. I even feel there's people that are younger than you are in focus, like children. Okay, so we are seeing that energy. Okay, so we're going to now look at Gemini. Gemini, this is the Mercury is affecting you. Number one, it's your own sign. You know how that usually works anyway. So you probably even, some of you just know how to adapt with it very well. But what I'm feeling here is you basically are here. A lot of things could be coming at you. Okay, so this is a lot of energy. Like I said, there's a lot of personal growth too. Patience is required. Okay, there is sometimes frustrations, of course, is going to be, but this is a focus on overall you. It's what is your peace, joy, love, abundance, happiness, what the creative solutions that you have, that creative talents and solutions to many problems. I do feel here there's a lot of milestones for you too. It's like there's many changes within you, but there is a lucky streak to this too. You're going to be able to manage. You can manifest really strong here. Now, the only thing I think is negative is, there could be some breakdowns for you. Like at times this is like appliances or something, because we see a new money cycle, but it's in reverse. And this is also saying that sometimes money is invested at this point in time because There could be some breakdowns, um, or this is like money making ideas coming in where you may have to invest. But you're coming to a new cycle here. It's a new money cycle and a little bit of a lesson with finances as well, is what I'm feeling. But there is a lot of patience that's needed. You may start creating something new, something great coming through, but there's a refreshing energy and it's time to focus on you overall. And patience is required. I mean, there's something that's pushing you into a life path here. There's changes of perspective because there is so many changes going on with you. Maybe you will meet up with somebody, like if you have your own business or a business venture or something like that. I'm giving you an example. And this person is someone that you just never thought you'd do business with. It's like different types of energies are coming through here, and what makes you comfortable. So there's a lot of changes there, but patience is also required. And moving forward, you have to focus on yourself. There is that strong energy of focusing on yourself. For some reason, your mother may come into focus too, is what I'm picking up here as well. Okay. For some of you, thoughts of motherhood or even, mothering. I don't know why that's coming up a lot too. Okay. But definitely manifestation too. All right. Now we're looking at Libra. Libra, basically, you're right here. Libra, what we're seeing for you is there is a lot of energy that's kind of connected to Gemini at the same time, too. And it's like there's a sense of where are you going with career, and where are you going with, are you doing what you love? So there's a lot of adjustments. It's like a spiritual career here, connecting with, when you, oh my gosh, Mercury's working on me. When you, and I have my Mercury is in Gemini, by the way. So that's when sometimes I just can't get my thoughts out, or my mouth is running faster than my mind. Where are you doing what you love? When you're doing what you love, the money will come, so to speak. So there are some adjustments here, and this is for me showing these adjustments is overall it's not an easy road here either. I do feel here love also, contract, jobs, decisions. Love is hitting hard here for some of you. It's almost like you're going to recalibrate or readjust your thoughts. Are you going down the right path with job? Are you connecting spiritually and emotionally with a love partner? So somehow that is showing up. There's a lot of thoughts here, and this is like you giving a second shot at something new. There's a lot of thinking, philosophical types of changes, and some purging coming up too, because it's like you're redefining yourself as well. So I do feel that some of you will be making some adjustments when it comes to agreements that you made. Maybe there's a little bit of regrets, but there is that like agreements with love. There is a person showing up here, is what I'm feeling too, that's coming into focus, and the person is, it's like you're kind of confused what this person wants. And some of you want, there's a focus on the career, there's a focus on what you know about this person too. So it's like a lot of thought process in what is it that you want. Okay, what is it where you want to go? And there's something that's coming up, and this is just the trigger about career. And maybe you think, you know what, I can do better. You find, you meet somebody and they're like, it's so different, and or they're in a different field or something. You're like, oh my gosh, this is what I'd like. So you may want to go like back to school, back to learning some new talent, gift, vocation. So we are seeing that. And take care of your health and well-being. There is something there down the road again, and making some adjustments. All right, so when we're moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, you are definitely focused on a lot of frustrations. This is like good. It's high passion. But at the same time, this is like anger around you, frustration around you. So there's that energy. Love is coming into focus for Aquarius too. All right, so I do see that there's a lot of passion and love too. So for some of you, this is love coming in. It's really passionate. But I'm seeing creativity, really, really strong creativity is coming through here for Aquarius. Aquarius, it's time to shine, what I want to say as well. For some of you, you're going to be more open-hearted, being open more to receive with love, creativity. There's a creative streak with love and finding creative solutions in love and enjoying some time. It's like something is going to be made clear. There is opportunities here with love and creativity. It's like some of you may do something artistic. This is a new way of thinking. It's like you're almost going to make something official. So we are seeing that there could be some kind of love that you think may be brief, but it turns out to be strong because you do have the love stone. Communication is going to be vital though. Okay. So it's like coming out, speaking, and it's beautiful. I mean, I have to say that whatever happens, it's either a blessing in disguise, but it does hit the heart. I really do see that, and a lot of creativity. So this could be new ideas coming into and creative solutions with love. There's a lot of growth going on here. The important numbers that I feel for the air signs, basically mostly Gemini, I think is 2. For overall air signs, 7 is a number, but 2 for Gemini. Libra, 8 and 7, and Aquarius, 3. Okay, now that wraps up the air signs, and we're going to move on to the element of water. Oops. Element of water, and then we will start with Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. What do we see here for the element of water? We do see love and choices, money, family. This is business, maybe dealing with law or commitments, agreements, official business, ultimatums for some. We are seeing a new cycle, creativity, starting something new, creativity, some adjustments with lifestyle too, lifestyle adjustments, home, family, money, all of that combined, and the world. It's like an ending and many opportunities out there, and it's successful. There could be even some closures. So we are seeing a lot of this energy here. What we are seeing for water is you're getting things under control. It's a self-discipline type of energy in many areas, whether this is something addressing self-esteem issues, addressing areas in your life, work, whatever it is. It's like this self-discipline to follow through on your ambitions, your goals, your diets, holding yourself back where your emotions, I don't know, there's a sense of self-discipline and organization. But you could want things too fast, too much. Nothing is perfect, so you have to kind of slow it down. This is a time that I am seeing power, finances are showing up here. Hidden things and elements or people that from the past. I see some kind of closures. Patience is important. Family, home and family, all of that is coming through, and there could be some permanent endings that are starting up now, but patience is very important, and rebuilding some of your foundations in a new light. It's almost like a changing of the guard, a new chapter, things like that are showing up. And these are the things that we are either struggling with, or these issues are going to be coming up anyway. There is an energy of, there's some kind of battles, and it's internal battles. Sometimes it's making these adjustments. People, situations, they may be leaving your life. Okay, so that we are seeing that we're cutting things out here a lot too. Blessings are coming in, offers of love and help, and blessings from the universe. There are some of those blessings. Love is really coming in strongly here. New ideas, new things happening. Children should be showing up here as well. So there is this energy that there is some changes and they're occurring and you may be feeling it. So there is also, I want to say, things that are slowly ending. And closure is not always easy. People think a closure is so easy. A closure is a process. And there's steps in closures, actually. It should be broken down. Some people think closure is done, over. It's not. It's a process. And I think a lot of you are in the beginning processes of it, and you go through stages, okay? So there's many stages in closures. So we're seeing a lot of that energy, and it's almost like a tug of war, push and pull, highs and lows. So yeah, that's what's showing up there. And I think there's an overall number for water signs, which is 4 and 1. Okay, so we're going to focus now on Pisces. Pisces, this is you basically here. Pisces, I want to say creativity is very high, especially musicians. There is something, either you're going to connect with music and it's going to ride with your emotions, but music is coming into your life somehow, and it's very important to listen to it. This could be themes or lyrics in a song. It's very soothing, and it can help you put the past behind you, because what I feel is there's a lot of energy on love and some decisions to make. It's like it's a division. All relationships, it's like, people that should be loved and people who do love you. So there's like a lot of that energy dealing with children, and there could be some really good energy with children, I want to say too. So there's a lucky streak to this too. Definitely being able to manifest. You're very, very hopeful, but at the same time, it does come, all your aspirations and dreams and wishes, they come with a little bit of delay. So because it's like restructuring your foundations, as I want to say. So there's a lot of focus on money, love, creativity, and some decisions here. So some things may creep up, or triggers from the past is what I'm feeling with Pisces. And then it's like, okay, how do I finally go through the process of closure? For some of you, these are beautiful memories that you are building now too. And you may look back at this time. This is a time where wishes can come to fruition, but it's shutting some things down at the same time. You are like restructuring. Okay, so definitely some decisions, a lot of things coming at you. Money will be coming in too, and rewards. There's a lot of Pisces are getting a lot of rewards for the love, for the care, or the suffering with family and family dynamics too. Okay, seeing that energy. And we are seeing here high creativity, music. This is great to dance, sing. Music is coming into your life really strongly. And decisions. I think some decisions. And it's like, what do I do? But there is spiritual intervention here. So Pisces, the numbers that are important for you, I feel, is 3 and 2. Moving on to Cancer. Cancer, this is you in the middle. A lot of you have a focus on what's to be, what my goals are, how to expand, making things official, home agreements, ultimatums, or you're looking back, oh, why did I give that ultimatum? Or, wow, this didn't work out the way I thought it would. How do I expand in work? How do I expand the business? How do I improve my home? I mean, there's a lot of perfectionist type of energy here, and that can be, nothing is perfect. Things take time. There is also a purging here, Cancer. It's like it's adjusting your lifestyle and health. And we're looking here about this could be bad habits. You know, maybe it's been a struggle to gain or lose weight, to adjust your everyday schedule with work, or there's just been so many adjustments and it's been affecting you somehow. So it's like kind of go with the flow, kind of let things just, you know, at times it's like, okay, I have this ritual, I must do the laundry every Thursday, and if I don't get it done, that's it, it's the end of the world. You know, I'm giving you an example. Let it go one time or do it another time and see how that goes. You need to kind of release some things, okay? There's a stubbornness here and you're holding on to energy a little bit too tightly. It's like it's highs and lows with either finances, or there's a fear of it, but you're expanding and things take time. So yeah, we are seeing that. Now, for some of you, this can be dealing with courts, custody battles, insurance, litigations, or something like that as well. It does take time and some kind of adjustment, and we cannot control what, you know, we can never control situations of others. So at times, this is to surrender things. This is also, you are coming to some really strong closures, and it's like some of you are very, very strong, and you're not, you've recognized cycles, and you are not wanting it that way anymore. So you're really like finding these closures, and it's, you kind of looking forward as well. This is also a new cycle, creative projects on the side. It will expand. For some of you, it may take longer, but others, it's, you already expanded a lot. So yeah, this is also, I'm going to say, justice is coming through in a way where others did you wrong, whatever it was, they're getting their karma, but you don't know it. Maybe you don't know it, you don't see it. But what I see here is it's making, the universe is coming in and kind of readjusting things, making things fair for you. It's a time to surrender what no longer serves you, okay? No longer serves you, and moving forward. You're making very conservative money choices and decisions, and that's really good because you are building upon that. Communication and bonding is strongly indicated for Cancer here. This is like really connecting deeply with soulmates, with your partner. This is forming business, or a union of two people is what I'm seeing here. And I mean, you definitely are expanding. So yeah, but it's a time to surrender anything that no longer serves you, or any kind of fears. This could be even getting over a phobia, something like that. So I am seeing it. And that's the only challenge I think here, is at times it's talking and, bonding. And it's like knowing what you want, but nothing's perfect. Okay. So kind of surrender some things. The numbers I think for Cancer that are important is, that I'm seeing is 9 and 1. Okay, making personal changes. You're getting there. Scorpio, this is you mostly, okay? I am seeing a lot of change for Scorpio too. Okay, so home foundation is showing up here. We're seeing it's the world your oyster. You have a whole cycle that's open to you. Lifestyle adjustments and health, we are seeing a lot of that energy. So very similar to Cancer here is purging and also adjusting what's healthy for you, what's not, what you need to let go as well, because things are changing, okay? And things can just come up and creep up, and it's like, okay, this is not healthy for me mentally, physically, or emotionally. So we are seeing that energy here. You may be dealing with somebody who is very I want to say, sees something in you, and this is going to create some kind of change where you're going to take a leadership role. I see that too. You feel that you've done a lot of sacrifices as well, and I do feel here that there is an energy here where you feel that you're kind of stuck. But this is the reason why, is because it is, you're making a lot of adjustments with home, what love is, how money is made, and here with your lifestyle. So it is purging a lot because a lot of change is coming. But know that there's so many more opportunities out there. You're closing something up, and it does create a lot of change. Money, there's like highs and lows here. So, but investments, long-term investments in that's going to build for the future and for your own health and well-being. Okay, so I'm seeing that kind of energy. Your sacrifices will that you have made are going to pay off too, but you need to get some kind of rest when we're seeing this kind of energy here. All right, so that's important. Just know change is in the air here for you. So because these stones are in reverse, every time we see this, there's going to be some adjustments with the home, with work, with money, money, and what's brought in, and also here with everyday routines and lifestyles. You may be between two places, could be a very busy time, but I like this. This is also talking about maybe some kind of travel and thoughts of that too. So the number important for you is 5 here. All right. Well, this wraps up the water signs, and we're going to move on to the element of fire. Okay, so fire signs, excuse me, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. What are we seeing here for fire signs? First of all, you have luck and wishes and fortune and all that on your side. Okay, wish fulfillment too. So beautiful. Choices with and decisions with money and love and family, and I do see new ways of thinking, the way you're feeling, all of that is changing. You've got a lot of compassionate type of energy here, and refurbishing love, and definitely a whole new you. It's like you are definitely kind of changing, and your feelings are changing, the way you feel, the way you just a lot of internal energies too. A lot of partnership type of energy showing up here as well, and it's pretty much fortunate in a way. This is like a personal journey or travel, and communications are showing up here, and I do see a lot of wishes and like groups of people. So we are seeing those energies are really showing up for the fire signs. When I'm looking here, there is a sense of following your dreams too, and becoming more independent. It's like your uniqueness, your individuality is coming through here. Okay, it's like there is a sense of you changing and you creating new beginnings. So we are seeing that energy, and this is probably accented a lot during the Mercury retrograde. Patience is required, adjustments, okay, and being spiritually guided and creative solutions, but patience. Things that weren't working, or if we sometimes look into ourselves and we see these repetitive cycles that we create for ourselves or our behaviors or with others, those things need adjustment and need to be changed. And then things kind of flow easier. Okay, that's one thing I'm seeing here. And this is becoming more individualistic, so and a sense of uniqueness, because it's a new you. It's almost sometimes, I want to say, identity crisis is at times. It's like sometimes you look and say, wait, who am I really? Wait, I've been doing this. Wait, is this is the way I've been responding to things. This is the way listen to other people, or it's just all over. There's a sense of listening, and then you kind of can pinpoint it. Like if someone repeats all the time, "Oh, you always do that, you always do that," or something, it may trigger, and it's like, wait, I didn't even realize I do that. So it's kind of closing up some cycles and repetitive cycles that you do, behavioral, or the way maybe you communicate with others, and then it's like, wait a minute, yeah, I do that, and then it's like, what can I change? So there is this, and then there's breaking free. Where have you been trapped? Why do you care necessarily why or with whom you are, or hey, I want to do this, but you're fearful to, your individual self, unique self is coming through here too. So I just kind of give you a brief on that. Balance is very important, okay? And I do see very fortunate kind of energy here. This is like people wanting to help you, people wanting to support you, the right people. It's almost like realizing who are the right ones, who weren't the right ones, you know? They're, you know what I mean? And very generous energy coming through. This is good for money. Also compassionate energy. Some of you, it's like doing charity work. Sometimes, you know, to clear karma or to clear things, or we do things for others and we don't expect it back. So helping out others sometimes. So we're seeing that a balance is needed though. If you've been helping too much, it's time to receive. You know what I mean? You need that balance. So we are seeing that balance with money as well and fairness. And also seeing here coming to some, you know, it's a buildup of endings. Okay. There can be sudden endings here and closing up cycles. You are transitioning, definitely transitioning. There is strong energy of transition here. And some of you, it's like, yeah, some things maybe just be wiped away or taken away because you need to be unique self. All right. So seeing that energy here, the number that is important for the fire signs is 11. Okay. All right. So now we're looking at Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, you basically have one stone. They're all connected to you, but there is one stone that is popping up here. And you have my favorite stone is the wish, fortune, luck. It's all there and it's on this side. So you're getting there, okay? To me, what I'm seeing here is cooperation is going to be important, okay? That's going to bring you luck. That's going to broaden. It's like clearing that energy and flowing free with it. For some of you, talking is going to be important. Feeling a lot. Your sensitivity may be up. It's going to be like, you know, what do I really feel? How have I been feeling? For some of you, what I see, which is aligning here, children may come into focus or parenting. Maybe you're going to be looking at how your parents were towards you, how it affected you, good and bad. And I see more positive, focusing on the positive. There is something about maybe if you're a parent and seeing cycles or needing sometimes to, I want to say, children could be coming up to your own children or children around you and applying some patterns, or there you may just realize you wake up and say, oh, I'm just like my mother, I'm just like my father, or whatever it is. And I see the mother energy a lot here, and it's like you don't even realize that you actually are following patterns, and it's most likely the positive ones too, that, or a realization what it is like to parent, because it's almost like hopes for it as well. It's really strongly indicated here for some of you. So it's like whether it's business, your dreams, your goals, or actual parenting is really coming through, and a balance with it. Sensitivity, caring, and understanding, it's really showing up here. I do feel here that there is a lot of things that have occurred. You've already manifested. And this is seeing some kind of snafus here and there with trying to build a partnership or a friendship. But it's asking you to solely connect. And that's going to bring you some kind of fortune. When you kind of clear who is who in your life too, it's going to kind of clear the energy and bring you a lot of wishes. It is a time to pick and choose wisely who you do business with, who you live with, who you work with, who you love. So being picky and choosy is good. I do feel it's a lucky streak too. Seeing some kind of sparks there too, but this is seeing the reality in some situations as well. Okay, so, but you have luck on your side. I definitely like that too. But, you know, you got the ups and downs and creating that space for yourself. You know, it's like, it's okay to be independent and individual. You don't have to be like this one or appease to that one or this person. I don't know what happened, why, there's a lot of kind of that energy showing up as well. So it's a faded type of energy too, I have to say. Okay. Important number for you. Sorry about that. I had to block the phone. Mute it. I was on Sagittarius and I was focusing on what number is important for you. 6 and 3. 6 and 3, Sagittarius. Okay, moving on to Aries. Aries, this is basically you right here. Aries, what I'm seeing here is this could be a group of people or two. In a way, sometimes it's like, I want to say with love, be careful of issues, responsibilities. 2 is company, 3 is a crowd, so to speak. But it's balancing love, what you desire, money, family, choices, decisions, a new way of feelings in this area. This is really strong with teaching and learning here. I do feel things that you've taught yourself is going to be very important. You may be teaching others, communicating to others because of personal experience. And also at the same time, you're still learning. You're learning something, and there's something here you're learning about. To me, this could be issues with what to eliminate. This could be people that you haven't talked to in a while coming back. Can be family, can be love. This also can be people that now you're currently talking to. There could be a whole new feeling about it, epiphany, and maybe a lack. You stop communicating. Some kind of communication may be coming to an end here. You're learning in a way, and you may not even realize it, how to communicate. Not everybody can read your mind, so to speak, how to communicate and express. And there is a strong energy here of journaling or writing. Sometimes it's like writing your feelings because there is something here with you, okay, that is changing. It's a teaching and learning experience. There's a very nurturing kindness to you during this Mercury retrograde. And it's like, there's a focus on taking responsibility and what your responsibility is, what other people's responsibilities are, communicating it to. There's a focus on working on also stabilizing the finances. Okay, so I do see that. And this is a lot of improvements. And a lot of you may be improving with investing for yourself, investing with the home, practical energies. For some of you may be dealing with a pet. I don't know why that's showing up. I'm seeing that. It's a new path that you're creating for yourself, a new feeling. This is even a new job maybe coming through. If you're a teacher or an educator, and that this is a new path or a new job, and your hard work has paid off. It's been a lot of responsibility, but it's paid off. I also see here, for some reason, a significant female may be coming through. Could be an earth sign energy. I don't know why I feel it's an earth sign energy. But what I want to say here is this person may help you out or lead you to a new position, new path. She may become very helpful for some of you. There's something you may be learning from this person, and you also, it's kind of an exchange. You're both learning from each other. For some of you, a female is coming out here, and she looks like it's an earth sign energy. Now, what I have to say, I'm going to be back with you to Aries, because I want to mention this. This stone came between fire and earth. So there is a strong connection between fire and earth, and kind of aligns to water. So earth and fire are starting new cycles, new beginnings, or new karma, new paths, and it's kind of aligning with water. Okay, but there is that connection. I am seeing earth here, and Aries is showing up. So Aries, there is like a female. I think it's a female. It doesn't have to be. But there is that. And there's a big focus for Aries to make some kind of adjustments when it comes to family, home, where you are going with career or your job. And it's like don't take on more responsibilities than you can handle, because you may later we regret it, or we change our mind, or it's just too much. So there's like this strong, solid energy, and it's like learning from this female. It's a female that's coming in, and this could be I think it's an earth sign energy. Or this person's very practical. This person is very knows how to manage home, work, as well. But what I feel here is as well that there is, wow, it's so hard for me to explain this. You have this person may be very significant, inspires you somehow, becomes a friend, or it's someone that you maybe found difficult, and that person's skill or routine is something that maybe now will help you, and you both end up benefiting from each other, so to speak. There is just a warning here with love, and even with family relationships, and with love, any kind of romantic love, and that even friendships, whatever it is it's almost like there's two's company, three's a crowd, what you need to eliminate. Okay, there's a sense of elimination as well, and what to bring back in and what not to. So there is that energy here, and creative solutions are really coming up. You got a lot of changes and adjustments too. New paths are opening up, and love is really, it's like how you feel about yourself, how you feel about others. There's an almost like this change of feeling, I want to say, with others as well. So, oh wow, that was kind of difficult to explain. Okay, teaching and learning is really coming up here. Important numbers for Aries is 5 and 7. Okay, moving on to Leo. Leo, you are coming up strongly with love. Love. Many changes within you, Leo. It's like what love, there is something surprising. There is being open, more hearted. It's constantly refurbishing, and you are yourself too. You're coming to this more individualistic self, and that's with Aries too. Aries, that's what it is. It's like breaking that mold and becoming more unique, trying different things. The same with Leo. It's like love. There is ups and downs, and refurbishing love is what I'm seeing here. And also yourself. There is this expansion and change within you. Remember, all fire signs too have that luck on their side. So there is something good with love. Love is taking a different spin here. Leo, there's been a focus on love, and it's been a little bit hard. I do feel here that you're moving on, but you're carrying a lot of lessons. What your desires are, how you love, what you love, yourself too. And it's still a work in progress. I see relationship change for Leo. And this is partnerships at work. This is in love. How you even partner up with your soul, your mind, and your heart. That's a partnership. The mind and the heart. There is a work in progress here, and it's going to pay off because it's really coming up to a whole new purification of the self. Love is showing up. Some of you may have a luck in love, and this is even new groups of people. Maybe it's a new job. But it's all affecting the heart here, and there's been lessons here, and you've learned them well, and you are tying up these loose ends little by little. But I definitely see a big relationship change occurring for Leo, for good or for bad. It's a general reading, but it is overall for the good. It's just refurbishing. It's adjustments and polishing up. Okay, it's like this is a stone of being polishing up. Money's coming through here too, so I do see that, and it's like definitely a lot of changes with relationships, and some wish that you do desire will come through, and it's going to show throughout you. Okay, following your intuition too. Relationship change is big. This is for Leo, and it's connected to Aries and all the way through here. I don't know, fire signs teaching and going into a new vocation, and teaching and learning is really coming through as well, but changes here. Numbers that are important for Leo is 6 and 5. Okay. All right, and that wraps up the fire signs, and now we're going to move on to the element of Earth. Going out of focus. Okay, the element of Earth, which will be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So what are we seeing here? Earth signs. Earth, there's a sense of frustration and one step at a time here. And you're definitely coming to new beginnings, seeing that here. And like I said, new cycles, new karma, new beginnings. And there's a connection to fire. Now, that could be just the element connection, or fire signs are going to be significant, like I said, for them, Earth. And when I mean that, that could also mean just the energies of it. And fire is putting your passion, desires, and action into something, and Earth will be making it practical. So both of you, between these two, the fire signs and the Earth is doing that energy going back and forth. You're the Earth, they're the fire. So you need their fire to put something to action, and you can ground it where they are the reverse. They have the action and they need to just put it in practical use. New cycles, and there's a connection between you two. So we're seeing here dealing with new beginnings, and it's not easy because some of you there's a sense of envy or desire, creativity, but we see some kind of blocks and changes. So we see that kind of energy. Things you need to listen to. Okay, there's a learning experience here too, but listening. It's not just speaking. You need to listen. Listening is going to be very, very important. Okay, not talking over anyone, listening. And I'm not saying that you do that all the time. Maybe sometimes you're just quiet, but you're not. There's something you're missing, so you're going to have to listen. New cycles are opening up, whether you like it or not. We are seeing that. Love and compassion is very, very important, and empathy for self and others. Very important, because that's going to affect your desires, what your hopes, your wishes, your what you want from work. Compassion is key. If it's not there, and empathy for others, or receiving for others, it's going to create some blocks. New beginnings are certain for Earth, and some kind of closures. I see love, health, work, money. Can be some issues with children, or a lot more responsibilities. And it's like there's a sense of, for Earth here is, what are you bringing out to the table? How do people view you? Almost like a sense of your reputation, or your standing with others at work, in love, in certain areas in your life. That's really coming through. Seeing here, a lot of you will be moving. traveling, leaving some things behind, adjusting issues that come with everyday routines and schedules. Making plans for the future, and decisions are coming up here too. But the challenge is, are you making the decisions for your ultimate happiness and for the better good for you? Or where are you going? The choices that you make and leave some things behind, because I see some closures here too, and building upon them, will bring you desire and hope and love. But you have to make that move yourself. I do see future travel plans are very significant, and also there's a sense of movement or location. Jobs that may be in a different place. Sometimes just changing location. And I'm talking about, sometimes it's like getting out of your comfort zone and moving back or moving to a different state, different something, is going to create a better job offer or opportunity. So we're seeing that. 1, that number is big for earth signs. Capricorn, this is you here. What I'm feeling here is you are manifesting a lot, but you have to keep the vibrations high. This is a time that you can actually even manifest during this Mercury retrograde. When you follow your instincts and you listen and pay attention when you're meditating and the signs around you, manifestation is really high. To me, what I'm seeing here for Capricorn is there are some things that are, I want to say, on divine timing, not seen yet. You're looking at it more as a negative than a positive. There will be some endings here. They're both in reverse here. This could be end of some kind of creative idea or some kind of desire that you really, really wanted. Be cautious too when you're traveling, I feel too, because you're overthinking some things and not paying attention. Okay, so be careful of that and overthinking. It's time to also let go. A difficult cycle has ended. And it's time to manifest new. I do see listening, learning is very important. There is a sense of some creative blocks because it's either miscommunication or others around you. It's kind of be warned of them because not everybody wishes the best for you. So when you're manifesting, I think this is your challenge in the Mercury retrograde, is make sure that you are manifesting for your own better good. And I would not tell everyone. Keep it discreet because people are kind of jealous. There's a sense of jealousy here. Moving forward, listening to your own advice, not other people's negative opinions, is going to bring you to some kind of power. You need some kind of a balance and some kind of adjustments here. This indicates here, be careful of maybe some digestive problems, or I want to say for some of you, be careful of it's almost like I'm picking up for some of your hormonal issues. And I've been seeing that a lot in readings lately too. It's balancing your hormones, and also the what was I just saying? Jeez. Like digestive issues, and this is over conquering some kind of fear. It's time for you to put an end to some negativity here. Someone around you that you think is a friend or very supportive may surprise you and betray you. And that just becomes a realization. And it's time to move on. Because you're coming to a new cycle here too. Okay? Through some creativity that you pushed on in the future, and it will bring you some kind of rewards. The important number for you is 8. Taurus, you definitely have new cycle here, new beginning. Empathy, compassion is really hitting here too. There's a big focus on love, partnerships, working together, balance, decisions. Negativity or losses or whatever you're feeling, it's turning around. But it comes through teamwork too. So there is a new cycle starting up with partnerships and love. Together you're better, I want to say, and this could be with a partnership, with your partner, with a friend, whoever it is in your life, could be work. Together is better in decision, is what I'm seeing here. Okay? You have some delays. Follow your intuition and your heart. Okay? Any disappointments you have, there is a solution, is what I'm feeling. But this is also showing up that partnerships and love are very important at this time too. There's a big focus on that. I do feel here that things do come to fruition, but you're going to experience some delays. And your intuition is going to help guide you, and it's going to also adjust what you really care about and what really matters. Because you got a whole new, brand new cycle opening up here. And choices, decisions. I do see that a lot of you, there's a sense of mystique with you. And if you're single, I feel you're going to be attracting love in your life or things that you do desire. Together you're better is what I'm picking up here. Okay, so there's a kind of a lesson here on cooperation and teaching others cooperation too. So you could be working both ways. For some of you, if you're into spiritual work, this is a very good time. You may go into a partnership with someone, being able to connect, and your desires are coming through here too. A whole new, brand new cycle. Something new is opening up. You're definitely coming to new beginnings here. It does come with some delays, and there is a balance here in, I want to say a yin and yang, okay? 2 and 6 are important numbers for you. Things will be available for you. Okay, so when we're looking at Virgo, you're pretty much just this stone, but you're aligned here too. Virgo, what we see here with you, you're definitely healing. There's a healing, strong healing, and balance. Okay, needing balance. For some of your wishes are almost about to be fulfilled, but it's almost like be careful what you wish for. So there is one thing I'm seeing here too. I do see you are coming to strong endings, slowly healing with closures, and new beginnings are forming. Compassion and empathy is very, very important. what's of value. You're really going to, it's really looking at everything's incorporated in the here. This is your work, your love, choices, decisions, what you put out there. But it has to be also, it's not all just intellectual, systematic. It has to be with empathy, compassion, and love. And how people view you is what I'm feeling here. What are you putting out there? For some of you, what you're doing now and the healing process you're going through is going to bring you some either reward or promotion in the future, is what I feel too, in whatever your desires are. There is some breaking free, freedom, independence, and also a change in finances is occurring, and also in job, home. There is a lot of that energy coming through. Also, money, where has it been spent, is so important to look at. Is it all been for your greater good and for the others around you as well? Okay, so that's really coming through here, coming together here. You got big endings that also is going to affect what people see from you. So what you accomplish, it's almost like you're kind of in the spotlight, but at the same time there are a lot of endings. It's time to break free. There's like endings coming up, but I also feel here is pushing you to be more financially independent, and also finding new ways to make money, because there is slowly something changing in that area. It's a healing as well. And it's telling you that at times, it's a change of heart. Changing things up, how you work, how what you do care about, what your passions, goals, and desires are. It's a healing process, and it's kind of going up and down with it. But it does show that, to me, there will be, and I think I've seen that for Virgos for a while, there will be some kind of change in, maybe you've been at a job for a long time, maybe there's going to be some changes there as well. So what you learned from there and what was going on, there is that change. And it's all going to depend on the choices you make now, and what you're healing from, and what you have put in, and what you've taken out of these experiences of value, and applying it for the future. And that's going to depend on how you're going to land. So it's almost like a up and down. It's like making choices in that, especially of value, and of this is a lot of knowledge too. It's like more than what you believe. The knowledge has been given to you. It's like there's that energy of you've learned things. People have said things to you, but were you really listening? Did you apply it? It's like learned lessons from a few years ago too, and it's got to do with a lot of knowledge. You do have it there to be able to move forward. For some of you, this is starting a business, breaking free, entrepreneur work. Take all that creative knowledge you have and push forward. You have the resolve. But the blockages I see is because you're going through a healing. You have to kind of let go of some things and take a leap of faith at times. Because when these changes occur, if you're already building something, money will come in. It's like if you're doing what you love, the money will come. So yeah, you're going through a healing process as well. And that's not the easiest energy, but it's there. Even about yourself, for some reason, this is everything included. All right, the important number for you is, it's like a double six. 6 or 66, okay? Okay, well, that concludes the Mercury retrograde reading. And it's just been so spiritual as well. Overall, for everyone, I'm going to say new beginnings and cycles and closures are coming through too. So there could be challenges with the ups and downs, and things come in. It's kind of a faded and pushing us out of our comfort zone. All right, everyone. Like I said, I'll put in the description box below the elements, and you can put the signs in. I appreciate it. I know who usually does that, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful Mercury in retrograde in Gemini from May 29th through June 22nd. And this is advisable at least to watch once a week. Because sometimes with Mercury retrograde, we learn things or we get ideas and then we forget about them. Interesting. All right. Bye for now.